Hey guys, Sophia here with Turquoise Toffee, and I'm back with another video. Today we're talking about the 2023 IFBB Pro League Olympia. All of my predictions for the women's events. Bikini, wellness, fitness, figure, women's physique, and women's bodybuilding. And what is probably most exciting of all is I am going to be there. I'm going to be watching live. I'm going to be doing all my recaps from what I see with my own two eyes from the audience, and I cannot wait to bring you guys with me. And of course, you can follow along on my whole road to the Olympia amateur bikini competition. 2 weeks out, you guys. It's coming fast, and we are so close. Okay, so beginning with wellness, here are my predictions. I don't think anything I say in this video is too crazy. I think you guys probably would come to the same predictions as I am, but of course, I can't wait to read your comments and hear what you guys think. So for my top 3 wellness, I'm sticking with the classic Francielle, Isabel, and Angela. Though I do think Isabel could give Francielle a real strong fight. I'm not certain that Angela is going to come in second place. It could be Isabel this year. I do think Francielle will continue to be the queen. She will still have her first place, but you never know. It could go any direction. As for rounding out the rest of the top 6, I think Giselle looks absolutely stunning. Cassandra has had a great year. We saw her win the Arnold. And of course, Iani always looks amazing, and she looks even better than she did last year at the Olympia. So this is my top 6. And now in terms of a wild card, Leonida is someone that I'm going to be keeping my eye on. I think she could most definitely crack the top 10. She's got an amazing physique. She does really well over in the European circuit. So I'm very curious how she's going to do in America against some of the Brazilians and the Latin American competitors. And it's going to be really exciting. And I cannot wait to see with my own eyes. I've heard that wellness has the most amazing energy when you're in the audience. So very excited. Next is bikini. I find bikini very difficult to narrow down a winner. It really depends on the conditioning. I do think that our top 3 is going to be Maureen, Jennifer, and Lauralee. Could it be Lauralee's year to win? Absolutely. She looked so good at the Arnold. If she nails her conditioning, which she did, she could win it. It could be her year. But obviously, Maureen won last year looking absolutely gorgeous. Jennifer was so close on her heels. You know, it could go to any of these women. But then again, both Ashley and Amy have won basically everything they do. They are unstoppable. So they could absolutely come into the top 3. And Ashlyn, maybe that's a little bit of a wild card guess for top 6, but you know, we've seen her do incredibly well. I remember when Ashlyn was chasing points, and now she is winning top shows against very, very elite athletes. So I think she's one of the greats, and I could definitely see her in the top 6. Now, in terms of my wild card, I'm actually choosing Issa. Man, I really love Issa, and I think she's just getting so good. I feel like she's back. You know, she was on top. She won the Olympia a few years ago, kind of fell, dropping in the ranks, and I think she could absolutely be back in the top 6 or even higher than top 6 this year. It just remains to be seen how well she comes in, and as long as she has her usual beautiful sparkle, I think she could do very, very well. So this is my top picks for the show. I don't think any of these are crazy, but I'd love to hear who you guys think is going to win. Do you think it'll be Maureen again? Oh man, it's going to be amazing. But if you're asking me to declare who I think is going to win, which is so difficult because I think Maureen, Jennifer, Lauralee, Ashley, Amy, All of them have the potential to win. But if I have to declare it, I'm going to say, with the right conditioning, Laura Lee. I think it could be her year. She's on a roll. She's looking amazing. She's got so much passion and fire. She hasn't won it yet, and it could absolutely be her turn. Okay, next is fitness. And once again, I don't think I'm picking anybody crazy here. Missy, Whitney, and Ariel, I think, will round out the top 3. But of course, it always comes down to the routine. We know that Oksana has amazing routines. They are so memorable, as does Jacqueline. She's just so fluid and beautiful. And I think Michaela has an absolutely gorgeous routine. She's so good with her movements, and her physique is pretty darn good too. In terms of the physique round, you know, Missy, Whitney, and Ariel are so close. Ariel did amazing at the Arnold. Missy is just such a force to be reckoned with, but Whitney is back. So it's going to be really tight, I think, between the 3 of them. But who rounds out 4th, 5th, and 6th? Oh, it's going to be incredible. If I had to guess a winner, you know, I'm always hoping for Missy. I think she's a favorite. She's got the most incredible physique. Her routines are really original, really unique. So as long as she can bring both at the very top, you know, she's unbelievable. But Ariel's routines are amazing also. And then Whitney has the most beautiful physique. Like, it's so hard to tell. If I had to guess, I'm going to go with Missy. But man, you guys, it's going to be amazing. And in terms of my wild card, I've got Amber. This might be really wild, but I think she's a very beautiful package, extremely petite. She's not the largest lady, but her routines are very high scoring. And the routines are worth more than the physique. So I think as long as she comes in tight and conditioned and has a beautiful shape, which we know she does, and she brings an incredible routine, then I think she could do really, really well. Certainly she could crack the top 10. So definitely keeping an eye on her. Okay, figure. Oh my gosh. So I think it's going to be the same top 3 as last year: Sydney, Jessica, and Lola. Could this be Jessica's year to take the win? Absolutely it could. She just won the Masters Olympia. She's unbelievable. She's got the most amazing physique, and she also looks even better than she did at last year's Olympia. But I also think Lola is pretty incredible. I saw Lola in person compete at the Toronto show, and she's jaw-droppingly gorgeous. Such a small waist, just stunning. So I'm extremely excited to see these 3 ladies in person going head-to-head and see if Sydney can hold it for another year. What an incredible achievement that would be if she could. I don't even know what's going to happen. I hope Sydney can, simply for the story. I think it's incredible if she could get another win under her belt. But I also am rooting for Jessica. I think it'd be so awesome for her to get this huge achievement. And how amazing would it be if Lola could sneak in and take it? It could go any way. If I had to guess, I would still think that Sydney would have it, but I am definitely excited for Jessica and Lola. I think it's going to be a big battle. Now, rounding out the top 6, I've chosen Maria, Natalia, and Cherish. I think all 3 of them have had an incredible year. Cherish really caught my attention at the Pittsburgh Pro. Natalia is looking absolutely fantastic. Like, you can just see how tiny her waist is, beautiful conditioning. But Maria did place higher than her at the New York Pro. So I think we have a little bit of a battle for this 4th place, but I do think this is going to be the top 6. And then in terms of my wild card, I choose Nicole. She is looking absolutely amazing at the San Antonio, which was not that long ago. She was unreal. So she could certainly take the place of any of these ladies in the top 6. I don't suspect she's going to crack Sydney, Jessica, or Lola. I think she could be 4th, 5th, or 6th, but you never know. It's so exciting. Okay, women's physique. Again, I don't know that I'm making any crazy predictions here. Sticking with Natalia, Sarah, and Brooke for the top 3, but I do think Natalia is going to keep it. I don't think Sarah is going to regain her title. I think Natalia is on top, and I think she's going to stay on top. I think she's got beautiful curves. She's just such a champion, and I just think she's absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait to see how she's improved from last year. Then rounding out the top 6, I've got Ivy. She looks insane. We saw her at the Masters Olympia looking just unreal. Jenny is also incredible. She's always really good, but Marie Solange impressed me so much at her last show where she won. I believe it was the Daytona. She's just insane. One of you guys commented that she looked like a model, like out of a fitness magazine. Oh my God. I think she looks like the figurine on a trophy. She is unreal. So I think she could do extremely well, and absolutely she would belong in the top 6. Now, as for a wild card, Anne-Lorraine. So I saw her in person compete at the Vancouver Island show, and she just dominated that stage. Her conditioning, her size, posing, she's stunningly beautiful. And I absolutely think she could be in this top 6. Certainly, without a doubt, the top 10. So I'm very excited for all of these ladies. I can't wait to see what happens. It's going to be unreal. And now, women's bodybuilding. I feel like we just had a preview at the Rising Phoenix of the Olympia. It gave us a really good idea of where the ladies stand in comparison to each other. I still think Andrea is going to have it. She is unstoppable, unbeatable. She's just insane. Her physique, her curves, her X-frame, her conditioning, her posing. And she's also just beautiful. She has such a healthy glow. She looks like such a winner. I think she's unreal. But Angela beside her, insanity level. Like the conditioning, look at her legs, look at her abs. She is on fire. And I think she will absolutely keep her second. She will stay in the second place position next to Andrea. Hella will remain in the top 6. Will she keep a top 3? I don't know. It kind of just depends how she stacks up against Mayla and Michaela. I definitely think those 2 girls will be fighting for 3rd or 4th. And then I think Chelsea can round out the top 6 for sure. She's so big. She's so eye-catching on stage. And I think this is going to be incredibly exciting. And as for a wild card, Natalia. So we haven't seen her compete against many of the ladies in this lineup. So that'll be really interesting to see where she stacks up in comparison. But just looking at her pictures, I think her physique is definitely comparable. She's got great size. She does have to come in really, really conditioned though. I want to see a big V taper. I want to see lots of lines, and I want her glutes to be super, super lean. So if that happens, then for sure she could surprise us. So those are my predictions. I'm super excited to hear what you guys think. Make sure you comment. And of course, there's more shows already coming up this weekend that are for the 2024 Olympia qualification period. It never ends, guys. Every weekend, more shows. So make sure you subscribe, give me a like if you like this video, comment your thoughts below, and stay tuned for my vlog recapping 2 weeks out to the amateur. Oh my gosh. You can find me at turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com and of course on Instagram at turquoisetoffee.